I've never heard anyone say this, so I'm going to be the first to say it, but I genuinely believe with every fiber of my being that boredom is actually one of the most dangerous things that could happen to you. I am starting to realize right now that there are so many problems that I was creating for myself. There were so many forms of suffering that I was self-inflicting simply because I was just so bored out of my mind. Like, I think that you create problems for yourself when you're bored. And I mean, think about it. When you're bored and you're not doing anything, your mind is going to start going to some places that it probably shouldn't go. The more that you marinate in those types of thoughts, and ew, I hate that word, but there was no other word that I could think in that moment. And the more that you sit in those thoughts and you start cycling through them, it's going to start bringing on probably a lot of unwanted emotions, which are then going to just turn into a lot of internalized beliefs about yourself. And this is why recently I have been so adamant about getting out of your house, because there was a minute there where I genuinely believed that I was depressed. I believed that there were so many things wrong with me when in reality, I was just bored. I wasn't talking to people enough in person. I wasn't putting myself in public areas with other people around me. I was just spending too much time in here. I also made a somewhat big move last week, and that in and of itself showed me that I also just needed a new environment. Like, that was not serving me. But turns out I wasn't depressed. I just needed to start doing something different with my time, which would then allow me to use my brain in a different way than I had been. Because when your brain is idle for too long, it's going to start criticizing you. It's going to start thinking of ways that you're doing things wrong, and it's going to start telling you all the things that are wrong with you, which is not true. You are not your thoughts. Not all thoughts are meant to serve a purpose. But again, when you spend too much time alone in your thoughts, then you start to internalize everything. And it's just crazy how different of a person you become when you are actually using your time more intentionally. You're socializing with people more. You're in environments that are really good for you and uplift you, and you choose to do things differently than you have been. That is the recipe, I think, to finding more happiness in your everyday life. And I'm not trying to say by any means that you shouldn't spend time alone. You definitely got to spend time alone to reflect and rest. Trust me, I know. But if you are someone who naturally is like that to begin with, like going out and socializing is something that you need a plan for and you got to prepare for it ahead of time. I'm talking to you, like heavy introverted people. It is just as important to get out of the house and socialize and switch up your routine a little bit so that the boredom doesn't become unhealthy or destructive towards you. But again, these are just my own thoughts and theories based on my own lived experience. But I do think that I'm onto something when I say that boredom can be a very dangerous thing when you sit in it for too long.